Hey guys, welcome. This is Professor with Day Trading for Success. So this video is going to have a bit of a recapping what just happened on a live stream. If you missed our live stream, make sure you go under the live videos on the channel and you can see them. It's also going to have additional live trading besides the stream that wasn't on the stream. We were trading with another group of staff member, Charlie, and she brought in her girlfriend. She's training. We had funded her account, and then they traded along with me with a session you're going to see on this as well. So it's kind of entertaining. So stick around, and I'll be right back.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success. Every morning, join the professor, a former math teacher turned pro trader, and watch him trade live for free, sharing proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor is not a licensed financial advisor. Consult a licensed financial advisor before following any demonstrations you see here. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss a live session.
Hey, so welcome back, everybody. So this is the sort of the typical layout I trade with. Don't be intimidated by it. It's actually pretty simple once you get into it. And I do have many videos about how to build your own layouts, and how to and to understand what all the levels are. And I draw a lot of historical data, and that's what you see here. But basically, I can just take this and just clear all the drawing set there, and then it's a much cleaner looking chart. So I have a 1 minute chart with the Scout Pro meter, which is highly effective and very useful. I have links to this stuff if you don't have it, and it helps the channel out. I've just put in a new custom script through DTS, Day Trading for Success. I haven't made this one available yet. The normal one is the risk oscillator. I shortened it to just what I felt I was looking at. I realized I wasn't looking at how it arrived at the data, and that's what the other one has. But this will be available as well. So probably what I do for those of you that are watching live, you'll get it for free at some point coming up here soon, but it'll be a very limited window to get it for free, and then it'll be over at the $1 Million Margin Club. So if you happen to have one from the $1 Million Margin Club that you paid for and you want to add in the other version, I'm pretty sure they would give it to you. So you'd have to email them and ask. But it's too soon because I haven't even put it over there yet. But I think it's helpful and handy. Level 2, active trader, 5 minute chart, another 5 minute chart, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, all reduced, 15 minute over here, the news, and a day chart over here. Another thing on the day chart I don't bring up enough, this is a free custom script. It's over at the $1 Million Margin Club. So you might want to go get that because it's totally for free. And this is giving you the average, the candle, a 1 minute candle has to have an average of over 100,000 shares. For the this might be on the might be on the 50,000. But anyway, go over there and check. And this is a 10-day average. That's the no, that's actually the average, right? Because this stock, it's going to give you the beat on whatever stock I have. This is Marvel, so it didn't quite make it. So it's telling you like, hey, you may not want to trade that if you're used to a higher liquidity trading the level 2. Maybe I'm getting too complicated for you, but this is an amazing scanner that helps you pick the stock quickly to trade, and you're going to want to get that because it's absolutely free, so why not get it? And when you're over there, which is the whole point, you can look at all the great strategy books they sell and all the other indicators that are there. Everything's wicked cheap, and I just put out a new color version of the Candlestick Pattern Playbook, which is really cool, and they have a new one for the color version for Day Trading Volume 1 now, too. They're more money because they're in color, but they are kind of cool, particularly when you're looking at candlestick patterns. This has also got the ATR on it and stuff that's really important. It gives you the levels of half the ATR per stock levels, and then the entire ATR. Half is usually used for the RV strategy, which you'll find in Day Trading Volume 1, put out many years ago, that kind of started the scalping of large cap trading that everybody still trades to this day and has made millions and millions of dollars for traders. So it's called Day Trading Volume 1 for a reason, that begun it all. So I'd look for that one. I have a link to it. We have cats in the studio, as you can see. I am trading in a studio here, and there's a lot of traders below me and a lot of traders up on this floor, and then Alan's behind me trading and helps me out. Charlie's in front of me here, and she handles the chat, and she's on Zoom with friends, and we were just Zooming just a minute ago, and you'll see that footage on this video coming up, okay? Right now, just go over briefly how we did. So this one we did after I lost money on Tesla. We came and did 128 on Marvel, and then I did come back with the ladies, and we were down $200 on Tesla and got it to be green here. So pay no attention to these lines. This will freak you out. But when you zoom in on a 1 minute chart, right, you know, that's every half and whole dollar mark, because that's where the crowd trades. You really should watch the videos about the strategy. I'm not going to go into the whole strategy again today, but yesterday I did watch yesterday's video, and I will have a link to all these on the next video after this. You should watch it. There'll be a link at the end of this video to see all the custom indicators and what they can do, because I do coding for Charles Schwab Thinkorswim, and I get asked to put together custom indicators for prop firms, and you'll see a video about that and all the different the amazing indicators that are available. And just there's a lot of nonsense out there about indicators, you know, things that say you don't need indicators. Why would you need an indicator? Well, it's nonsense. Everybody should have something that tells them which direction the stock's going to go. And the simple fact about indicators is all they're doing is they're reading the data that's right in front of you that you can see without an indicator. If you're good, you know, you can see the patterns. You can see when the EMA crosses over and the SMA crosses over. It's like, hey, likely spot to buy, likely spot to sell. You can see all that if you're used to looking for that. You don't need indicators. You might even be able to do without a volume indicator. Okay, there's, you know, this indicator is like friggin' amazing here, right? You might know what the market's doing without having the market pulse telling you what everybody's trading right now in the moment. You might want to know what are the other traders that trade on a 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour. What is where is the stock on those candlestick time frames? It's all down. You might want to know, if you go long, how far does it go long on a 1 minute candle? There's your goal. That's why it's called the risk oscillator. There's your goal. Short, long, spread, you know. I mean, if you don't know anything about trading, then this is alien speak. But if you know a little bit about trading, my point is that indicators are really the key. That's why prop firms use them. But there are traders that don't need them, that are really that good. But usually the ones, and it's kind of my pet peeve, usually the ones that are doing videos about, you know, do away with all the indicators, you don't know video. What are they really doing? They're selling you something else. They're selling you a reason to not believe in indicators, right? So I am linking you to buy indicators. I am not selling them. I usually give them away for free. And if I wanted to compare myself, I'd be, yeah, you know, maybe that's a little hypocritical. But common sense, guys. Would it be better to have the data and not use it, or to need the data and not have it? I just made that up. That made sense, right? Anyway, yeah. Check them out. Check the videos where I call them out and use them, especially when I trade with the large share size traders, and I'm trying to make the goal of 5,000 a day. Today, I think we just made 137. So let's take a quick look at the month. So this is the month that our challenge with the staff here, and we're mostly small share size, and we did today 137. So if I hadn't done that $200 loss on Tesla early on when I shouldn't have been trading it, we would have had $300 and something. So, but overall for this month, we're 4,000. Our goal was only 3,000. So we've already met our goal, and we still have 2 trading days left past our goal, and we still have 2 days left. So unless we really blow it, I don't have a single red day, and this is following the strategy that I show. It's more of a style than a strategy. It's teaching you how to scalp. One of the many ways you can learn to scalp. This is a very conservative, safer way that I show. But remember, guys, I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to follow anything I do. You also should have a trading plan. This is what I use, and I suggest it, except for one thing. Only add to your position when the price flow started to move back in your direction. Till you're a professional trader, you should never add to your position. Till you're really making money. And then it's a way to make more money if you can control yourself. What you should be sticking to is max loss. You should be sticking to trading in a simulator for 30 days. You should be sticking to logging every trade and thinking about it. If you're nervous, you should be lowering your share size. You should be not listening to anybody's advice, including mine. You need to get into trading and then just use the speaking that I'm doing to add to your knowledge. You don't want to follow anything exactly. You take a little bit of what I say, a little bit of somebody else, a little bit of somebody else, until you come up with your own idea. And you could say, hey, that professor, that stuff he said was stupid, but that other stuff was okay. Or you could say that professor's stupid all the time. I don't know what you're going to say. I'm going to follow this guy because he's selling me a $2,000 course, so he must really know what he's doing. Be careful spending money on stuff. Just go slow and trade in a simulator. But yeah, I would recommend making a day trading plan. Absolutely, guys. So what we're about to go into next is now, if you want to see the live stream, go check the live today and you'll see the live stream this morning. Okay. Now we're in the middle of doing some new stuff because they're about to change the PDT rule. If you didn't know, FINRA's board voted to repeal the PDT at 25,000 and make it as low as 2,000, meaning the pattern day trading, you now will only need $2,000 in your account to be eligible for margin and then be able to sell $8,000 worth of value. So if you had $5,000 in your account, you could trade $20,000 worth of value, as many trades as you want to make in a day, assuming you don't blow your account. So that's just something to think about, and it's all about to change. And what we're doing now with the new scanners, because I code scanners too for Thinkorswim, is I'm creating a new one with custom codes that is going to have the volatility we need and the spread we need to move the way the large caps moved. And if you know a little bit about trading, you know that on the level 2, you're looking for, 10 to 15 cents every 10 to 15 seconds roughly. And I call that like a snake striking and recoiling, snake striking and recoiling. It's like the price goes down or up and then it comes back. Price goes down or up, then it goes back, retraces. I'm calling it recoil because retracement is usually meaning for a larger move. Right? A larger move up or down is retracing, like it's been going down, 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 and now it's retracing up, up, up. They call that retracing, or up, 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 retracing down, 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 right? But when you're just taking short-term 5 second, 10 seconds, 1 minute trades, it's more like a recoil because you're not going to get greedy. You're just going to take 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, get out, trade the next trade. By the time you have 100 shares, which you'll be able to afford with the new PDT rule, you have 100 shares in like 15 trades, you could have $150, $200, $300, $500 a day. And before long, you're making a living. Take it slow in a simulator. But that's what the scanner I'm working on, and a lot of things are changing. And you're going to see the market get much more volatile when that rule finally passes through the SEC. So get ready, because it's going to go crazy no matter what else is happening. Thousands of retail traders that have never been able to trade more than 3 trades a week will suddenly be trading, 500 trades a week. And that's going to just send things crazy. And we are trying to create a scanner and a new system to help you trade that better. I've been vying for people to write books about it. I know I'm in talks with the $1 Million Margin Club, and they're going to do a new strategy book adding to the Day Trading Volume 1 and Volume 4, which were both really great strategy books. They need a new one now because everything's changed. It's been this way for 20 years. This is like a big deal. So get ready for that. Be prepared for that so you can take advantage by training now. Okay, guys, so I'm going to break into the live trading that happened after the stream ended, and then it'll just have its own goodbyes after that. That's earlier than this time frame. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something, and I will see you soon. Have a great weekend and go green. Okay, welcome Charlie and her small group of friends that are all learning how to trade. I've created a monster. So we're going to try to get this green to go along with our Marvel green and get Charlie nice and green. And we have a couple of people trading on a sim. We're not going to chase these. I'm just going to turn that dude down. because we're not going to let FOMO overtake us. We're just going to make the money right here. So let me get a bead on this. I don't think I did the fibs on Tesla. So let's take a, we definitely did it by the seat of our pants, which was not smart. So let's get this marked up like it should be marked up. It always goes well, it seems, in the beginning of those trades, and then it goes against you. It seems to go against me right after the well part. Oops. Left click there, ladies, and I normally like to drag it up, but it's so hard on this particular platform to do that. I'm just going to type in the 449.90, so I look at where I'm at. I'm at 440.48. I want to go to 449.90, and that's right here. So 449. And you'll see me set this up for our first channels, okay? And then we're going to go down to the, I know you guys have all copied this layout, so we're going to go down to the 2-day 5-minute. For those of you that didn't already mark it out, if Charlie was above it, it was nice enough to get me a nice fresh coffee. And 15 right there. So we'll make that. Yeah. Okay, so let me just see where we are for price range. So here we are right now. So just the short-term historical data, we're looking for as many places as it turned around that we can smooth around. You can see that's a real level that happened a lot at. It's way beyond where we are now, but you never know. And then down here it turned around. So we're right at this area. And as you can see, it tapped over here again too, and kind of here. So this area seems to have already been respected, so we're going to want to keep a close eye on that. Or at the 50-cent level. Here's a real drastic one right there. If we were to dip back down. Other than that, I mean, there is a level here, but how does that look as it go? Oh, well, the pre-market and the post-market hit that level quite a bit right there. So now let's take a look at the 10-day again and just see if there's further back historical data in this price range, and there is. So let's. I originally would go to the historical first, but I like to see, now I know where the price action is by these short-term ones, so I'm going to go ahead and mark some others here. So I only want to mark the open sessions with the dark areas here and see how many times it tapped. Now look, see how that just picked up that exact line, so I don't need to mark that. You can see, so that respected it again from a further one back. This is pretty far out of the price range, but we'll mark it. And then let's see where this is. That's right above the fib. That kind of got picked up, you can see. No, that's it. We're good. We're good where we're at. Now let's zoom in on the level 2. We've got plenty of time to see what we're going to do here. Now, a minute ago, I was thinking about going long, and it looks like that would have been the way to go from looking at this price action right now. Yeah, I was looking at the area that was coming down here and thought, no, I should go long down here. So let's lower it to 50 shares. I would call a short off this Fibonacci level. Let me get a bead on the level 2 action here. We're getting between 7 and 15 cents. Our spread is moving from 6 to 9. Target up is way better than target down still, because we are making a recovery. I didn't mark the open, but it's really at that fib line. So that's the same thing. I would respect that fib line either way. So as we get a pullback here, since we made a higher high, we'd want to ride that up. So let's see how deep a pullback we can get. It stopped at the 27.50. Here we are right here. Look at the bid. We want to go and bid and ask, ladies. That's what we're going to do for now, unless we're not getting picked up. For those of you, if this video makes it out, I am talking to a small group of women that are learning to trade with Charlie, my assistant, who's a woman, and that's why I say ladies. because there's no other. But now I'll stop saying that in case there's people watching. But this is a live trading session. I'm calling the trades, quarterbacking. I'm the professor with Day Trading for Success. It is Friday, and we're going to get this green by hook or crook. We are have more money on other stocks, but I'd like to. So I'm going to call a long coming up here in a minute. Let's see how deep this dip's going to go. Before it went from 27.44 down to, it went $2 down on the last retracement down. So we don't want to jump in too quick unless we're going to get a short recoil, which is, something we could do. There's a rickshaw man telling you that it's done going down for now. So makes it harder to read, so we just have to reassess here. Just crossed the new 5-minute here. Everything's green, except the 4-hour, which would have been, back here. So reading from back here, this level, that's why it's red, because we're below that level. So you had your profit taking right there based on that rickshaw man, but it seems like it wants to go down some more. So holding the 50 cent, if it's okay, good. If it's within 3 or 4 or 5 cents, I'd say it's holding it, but it dropped now down much further. So let's let this retrace down a bit here. There's already opportunities for short trades, for brief trades here on a long. Take a look at the difference. You're getting 15-cent trades on 50 shares, so $7-8 isn't really enough. I'm thinking we might want to up the share size just because of how this is moving. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to up the share size. I'm going to go short off the 28 if it hits it. Let's sell the ask off the 28 even mark. I'm going to go ahead and go in there. What did I get that at? It took too long. I'm going to get out. That would have been 05. I'm reassessing. Yeah, it would have been a good trade if it picked me up. It would have been a 25-cent trade, $25. Reassessing now to see it hit the magnet and turn straight around. And we have this fib as a backup. But we missed it. That's some logic to doing market because of that. But, at least you're in the trade. It would have been a worse position, though. But the trade was called correctly. We just didn't take advantage of it. Now, I would like to pound a little bit higher than that 28 level, maybe 28.15 before I jump in again. What's the magnet at? 28, yeah, between 10 and 15. So, up in here to reverse, to go short. So 28.15 or near about 13 on the ask. Try to slip in on the ask there, and then we have a fail-safe at the Fibonacci level, meaning we need to consider getting out within 15 cents of the move, $15 of the move, if it keeps breaking. I would probably hold into it to see if it reverses off of that and then add to my share size as it goes down back to the position. But that's a very risky way, guys. But I know Charlie's been in your ear, so you're going to follow her advice, not mine. And we'll have a whole sorority of people who will want to trade at the 2000 PDT. We'll have a whole new group of cheerleaders. I know, that's degrading. That's not what I meant. I did not mean that. That's an old white man talking, sorry. Do not attack me. Wow. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to go for it. Come on, you got to pick me up when I do that. That already was a good trade. I was sitting there talking about myself, and I missed that. Ugh. What a great short that would have been, huh? Could have probably gotten most of this back. What was the range of that candle? So that range was 83 cents. Nice. This one was 59 cents. This one was probably close, 79, 56. Yeah, I'm noticing that I don't have the ranges of the candles, but I think that the target is more important on the new script. It's just too crowded across the top. So, man, tempting to go long there, guys, but geez. You know how I'm a short bias kind of trader. That would have been tempting, though, at the, it was tempting at the 27.50, but I didn't take it. All right, let's just not get over cocky. This money will come back fast if we just call the right moves here. So we can do it. Okay. Excuse me. Looking at the 50 cent to buy the bid. There's 58. Really in between that channel, that 50 cent channel right now. Keeps pounding down there. Let's see if we can get it a bigger dip. The recoils 15 to 20 cents for quick profitable trades. If we just get into a zone here and start picking them up, just haven't quite pulled the trigger and gotten one. It's 56 cents. Darn, that would have been another one. 30 cents in a split second there. I think I'm just going to buy the market. I'm going to use market, guys, if it gets down there where I want it to be. I'm looking at the market to get near my 50 cent here. There it went. I got it at 44. So here we go. We could be asking for it. There's the fib. There's the VWAP is at 46.88. So you're going to sell the ask to get out of this position as it goes up. Let's see it get up there where it was a minute ago. Let's try to get an actual good trade here. There, oh, 65. What is that? Oh, that was good. We got like $20, right? Somewhere around there. That's not too bad. So we just need to do like 9 more of those. Yeah, because it dropped down that far, that's why I didn't hold it as long. It channel hopped pretty big, almost down to the next floor. Remember, Tesla's hard to read, so you really got a little nuances of level 2, based with your whole and half dollars, and your Fibonacci level, which is also a historical data level from a second historical data. So respected multiple times, multiple days. That level right there, 42, 48, 35. That's why I went short up there. A lot of people waiting to go in and out at that level. We're having fun. We're just hanging out, waiting for the moves. Waiting for the moves, guys. Let's get these. Here we go. I'm going to go in market to make sure I get it. If it gives me what I want up there. Oh, it faded off. Looking here for the 35 cent or above. A big quick spike up there. Nope. Okay, so now we got to look to buy the market as it drops below the 50 cents again. I mean the market on buy rather than sell. So there's It was 44. I almost did it like before, but it looked like it was going to go further. So it went down here all the way to almost the even dollar down there. So a little bit, I could have made the money there. I'm being way too conservative. I just got to start getting in these. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll. So we're waiting for back down to that 50-cent level. 59, 55, 53, 40. Okay, so I got it at 46. Let's look for a recoil up and just take a quick profit. It doesn't have to be a lot. And then we'll just start to increase the number of trades. There was $11. That was too fast. It would have slipped the entire amount. Let's just see if I get some pounding up here. I might. So I'm at 100 shares. Didn't want to stay in the trade this long. I wanted to do some fast trades. Tried to get out there at 69, which would be 20 cents on 100, $20. That was a $20. Let's quickly look for the next move. This could be a short up here. Let's see. Or if we drop back down again, there it goes again. It's going back down. 47, 51, 40, 30. Let's see if we get there. That's at 36. It's a terrible fill. Terrible fill. 36. When I hit it at 30, man, you guys, look at that. It's pounding me now. So thinking about adding down there at 47 even. Didn't get in fast enough. And I'm a little afraid of the... I tried to get out there at 50 cents. I got out. So that was only like a $10 trade, but it still was a good trade. But I really didn't like the fill, guys. I don't know how you fared on that, but okay, good. Everybody's green up there. The new people are green, so I know that Charlie and I are still red on this stock, but okay, I saw waving hands. It's just exciting. Yes, it is exciting. This is a thrill for sure. You just got to be careful. Yeah, it's like a game. The game that is for real. You could lose everything you have in this game. How exciting is that? Why don't we climb a cliff without a safety line too? That's fun. We could Tom Cruise it. Really channeling here. Sorry, I pulled back and got more conservative suddenly. Let's see if I can get us some moves in here. It just didn't go as high as I wanted. I guess it did. I didn't take that trade at the 28 because it spiked so much higher a couple times. So last time I got this, it gave me a bad fill, I remember. It would be better to sell the ask and get picked up, but if I don't get picked up, then what's the point? We're here in the 5 minute. Let's not lose perspective in the little... You guys got to just not follow me and pay attention to what's happening here. It seems like here's all of our price action, but if you look at it on the 5 minute, it's just a little blip of the overall price action. I know we talked a lot about this earlier, yesterday afternoon. Don't forget how helpful the Pro Meter is. Uh-oh. Needs espresso. It just stopped moving here, so it got very boring. There was 50 cents, 54, 49, 43, 43 again. See, since we went down here, I'm kind of looking for closer to the 427 now rather than the 50 cent here. Come on, guys. This is just... I could start taking these trades, but I feel like it's going to bust out of this 50 cent zone here. This is only 50 cents, and volume's way down. We're getting later. We passed 11 a.m. on the east coast of the U.S. I know Charlie and I were almost green, but it'd be nice to get our money because of the other stock. I'm looking for a big spike. Spike upward. Big, big lunge upward. Break that even dollar. Let's go. There it goes. Higher. Keep going. Keep going. Up there to the 35. Up to the fib. You almost did it. Get up there to the fib. Come on. I already had a trade there if I just gotten in there. Really? That's it? You're going to fade? Man, is it respecting that even dollar, huh? Look at it. There it goes. 10 cents. 12. On the market maker only gave me 6 cents, though. I'll take that. So I got it at 22. So that's actually, I think, going to be a really good trade for us, guys. Let's wait for the pullback. There it goes right there. So that was good. So now we are even, Charlie, as far as our day. What was Marvel at? So 124. $4 green. Woo! That probably pays the exchange fees. No, it's not that much for them. And you guys are doing, yeah, you're all green, so that's good. You only traded this stock, so. Yeah, remember, it can seem really fun and stuff, but, you've got to get out at max loss. You've got to have a level like, I don't want to go past $20. I don't want to go past $10, $5, whatever it might be, and just get out because, as you can see, there's another opportunity. So if you just have patience, it will reveal itself and allow you to make that money back. But if you let it keep getting higher and higher, then there's no way out. And then you start feeling desperate, and then you start doing revenge trading, and things just get really sketch for you. So it doesn't become fun. When you walk away with a $200 loss at the end of the day, you are not going to be dancing around. Trust me, you are not. You're going to think that you were stupid to ever trade. Why did I ever think I could do this? If you're normal, which I have no idea if you are, you will feel a type of depression and remorse that it's just like suddenly it affects everything in your life. I can't do anything, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do anything. Okay. You have to look at the bigger picture when it comes to that, obviously. How did you do for the month? Well, I went my negative every single day. Well, then you need to rethink. I lost money every day for a month solid. Something is terribly wrong. Reassess. Although, like, not Tom Hogarth, it's the other one, Trading in the Zone. Why can't I think of his name? Mark Douglas. As he says, count on 20 trades going against you, and if you can handle that, if you're still okay with that, you have a chance, So you need to just assume the trade's going to go against you and set your share size accordingly, So this is interesting. It keeps dipping at right the level that we want, but it's because of that one dip down here that went to the 27 even that I'm afraid. I'm afraid to get in. Now it's getting down there. I'm going to get in now, though. Did you see how bad that fill was? Oh, my God. That was terrible. Yeah, we got down below $100, so that was a good trade. That was a $20-something trade, but the fill was terrible. Where it filled me. But this recoil action is saving our butt. I was totally ready to add to that because I got it at 27.30. I was totally ready to add that if it broke down into this level, just and using the VWAP as support. So I was okay going 200 shares for a much bigger move, and then we could have got out of this because it would have come back up, and we could have got out of this red. We're almost out of it. We're just a few more trades, and we'll be solid. You'll get your 150. This is along the time that when you get 6 good trades in a row or 5 good, you feel like you're invincible and just like, it's gonna go retrace. So you got off. Yeah, kiss of death. Well, it's not. It doesn't work that way. I mean, it might, but the second you count on something is when that puppet dude. I'm going to call him a dude because the master thing is just too much of a compliment. The puppet dude will. Oh, look at that, guys! Did you see that? Wow, I'm going to take that. Okay, so that could be. Was there news? No. Okay, be careful. I move this big. That there might be news, and I'm not going to add to my position until I see what the heck's going on here. This is a big move up. I do not know why that did that, but that's a big hit. See what I was just saying about the confidence? See? You see what I was just saying? And it broke that level big time. So, yeah. If I start to see it come down, so I'm at 81. This level's, I got it all the way at 26. So we would need to have a real rejection here for me to add to this share size. Yeah, it's too strong above it. Thinking about just taking a loss here after all our hard work. I don't like it. It's okay to take a loss, guys. 60. Okay, there's a move down. Nope. Slight retracement just to move back up. Stopping at that even dollar amount. Nope. Wow. So we're back to almost where we were. Oh, we're worse than where we were, aren't we? Oh, wow. Okay. Now we're in. No, I was at 200. So we're almost back to where we were. One trade, and I didn't get out fast enough. Really popped up high fast on me there. So I think I will take a chance here if I start to see it retrace below the 129. I'm looking to see if it traces below the 129. And then I will call it to double down and take a bigger chance, Charlie. So, but you do what you want to do to protect your money here. So we're in kind of a weird area here where it's stalling. I don't know why it went up. Yeah, I'm going to go for it right there. I went in actually even before that, watching the level 2. So now we're more negative than when I started. I'm playing this move here. Looking at the open move there to play it down. Looking at a rejection off of historical data there and a even $0.50 mark up there. Looking for a bigger rejection with 200 shares. I think I insulted the puppet guy. We can do it. We can do it. Hang tight. We can do it. Hopefully it won't hold at the 29, which is where I was originally waiting to go in, and I didn't go in. I went in earlier. That is not what I wanted to see. That is not a good call there. All right, so let me see how bad I can let this get. So there's a fib there. This is a pretty strong upward move that is scaring me, guys. So love to see a red candle here. Break that 29, guys. Could get out for a lesser loss here, and it's not too bad. We're very close to still being green for the day if I just get out. But it looks like it's about to have a breakdown. So break the 29, and I will feel more confident. Come on. Break the 29. No, you don't want to go back up. 429, boom, go down. 429, boom, go down. Come on. Oh, you're going to make me trade longer into the day. I can see it. That's the biggest problem for me is I just have to come back and trade again because I'm going to have to stop in a minute. And I don't really want to. So, but I want everybody to be green. We'll be green. That's why it's going to help me now because it's toying with breaking the 29, but it's not doing it. Oh my God. All right. right, so there was 2 recoil actions, so we can go to, yeah, we can go 50 shares higher on this account. And now we're at 28.85 and getting hurt more here. We were only 200 down. So now I'm really playing with fire here. So now we do have the other stock we made money on, so it's not that bad, but still, you know. So I added to get a better price share, totally looking at this recoiling down here, trying to catch it so I could catch it down here a little closer, but to the 29 level. But it just, if it keeps going up, then there's just, I have no chance. I just have to get out. I don't want to ride it ridiculously high and wait for a recoil later. I mean, a retracement later. So really breaking the 129 now would be sort of a godsend if it does it. It's got a powerful move. People are going to jump on here, which is good. What's our volume? How much time? 20 seconds. No, it doesn't look like it's going to break that volume. Still a good chance it's going to fade here, so I'm just holding tight a little longer. If I was on the other account, of course, I would flood the share size here, but I can't do that with you guys, so because I would have been able to get out several times had I just flooded this. So there we go. There we go. We're getting lower there. That was close. Come on. Second red candle. Here we go. Man, you really want to do it, don't you? You want to break that 20. The 29 is the key. The 429 is the key. If it can break that 429, we'll see it go further. But if it doesn't, then it's just going to keep recoiling upward. So it's getting closer. 4 cents above it. There it goes. All right, now slam down. Don't support it. People just lost faith there. There you go. There you go. I'm just going to get out green, guys. I'm not going to get overconfident here, even though I waited for that. If it gives me a chance to get out, I just want to get out. There was $17, maybe, because of the slippage. Don't know. Oh, come on. Should have just got out. Should have just got out for a little tiny loss, or yeah, now it's broke back to the 29. So it's not looking good. It looks like it's going back up. Come on. There's a recoil down. That was 10 cents further down than up. So that's a good sign. Looks like it wants to break back down to the 29. Let's let it do that. Did you not hear me? It's not listening. I feel like it's not listening. Oh my God. We might want to take a lesser loss. It's not good. We do not want to make a bull flag here, which is what it is doing. If that closes green in 2 seconds, we have a problem. Houston, we have a, I'm just going to get out. So I got out, guys. No, do not do that to me. Oh my God, really? I was going to say if that fades. Well, we got more work to do. So we are, the other one was 120. I don't know. How did everybody do up there? Did you all get caught as bad as I did? No, that's good. A couple of you never even got in the trade. Charlie, you did, unfortunately. She's fast. You guys are all green still, so that's a good sign. Except Charlie and I have to make up that difference. So we'll yeah. Do you see how what that just did to me if I'd held that longer? Do you see that? What a great trade that would have been. Oh my God. Let's see if we can do one more. Oh my God, huh? That's just bogus. I almost did. I just didn't like the price action. And, man, because that went all the way down, way below my position. We would have been even. We would have been out of the hole. I think I definitely traded that conservatively because I would have held if I wasn't worried about you guys. So I just just trade it the way I would trade it. Just hold into the move. And Charlie, new people are scaring me. I didn't know how I was going to react, but I had no problem holding that into like $300 or $400 down. You know what I mean? So it's just like I definitely got out too quickly on that trade, and that we paid the price because of that. I'm going to jump up to 200 shares, and I'm going to go a little bolder like I normally do and try to play a short up here again. Let me get this 29.64. Just make sure I'm not making a mistake here. Yeah, so we're above the open now. It's going back to where it shook me out of my swing position already, but it's going back to where we thought it would be today. No new news. Okay. My time's okay still. I probably won't do the recap till the weekend, so we have time. If only we could trade on Saturdays. So 29.64 is where it has a tweezer. That's where I'm thinking about going short. There it is. I'm going to take it. So I got it at 29.65, and we are looking for that to come back down again. So I will hold into this pretty deep for the move. So there's 30. Off that fib is 43. I'm going to take that. So now I'm at 29.78. So I'm above this tweezer move level, holding into a bigger move. And I'm prepared to go down pretty big here to wait for this move. So we're going to wait for a retracement on the short. That fib level is like a wall. It should be. A ceiling, just like will not break through it, I hope. So we're looking for we'd like to have a pretty big profit down here. So we'd like to see it break down into here. Let's see if we can do that. All signs point down. Should be continuing to go down. I will buy out to make sure I'm out, but I'm going to wait for a fairly significant trade there. Nope. I'm still going to toy with us a bit. Jump on the shorts, guys. Come on, you know you want to. Definitely seen a different style of trading, ladies, than I was just doing. So more like RV style here, just so we can get out of the trouble that we're in. So let's just take it for a run here. I feel very confident it's going to go down, and it went down. So we're green again, at least, Charlie, on that trade. So we're green for the day again. I wasn't confident it was going to breach that level, continue, so I went for it when we hit about $70 or whatever that was. So, you know, we're green. I'm just wondering if I should reset and come back because I'm getting kind of tired and I got to do other stuff. So we have a green calendar day though of like $30 or something, $20 right now. So I'm just thinking through. I'm watching this price action for a minute because I would like to go long here. If this continues to drop here, I will go long. Here's the 9. Here's the 20. $29 even is where we couldn't break forever, which would be a nice spot to go long. But it's not going to go down there. Just crossed that new 5-minute, which is red. Was red when we crossed it, and then it turned green. So you're seeing what people are seeing on that. So 15 and 30 minute are red. So if that was 1,000 shares, that would have been $700. So you can see how you can make 5,000 a day pretty quickly with higher share size. Now, when we get into this where you're trading $50 stocks because of all the new people coming in, it might make it that these levels become really easier to read on the small cap and mid cap, and that they're actually moving enough. That was the biggest problem I had switching to the mid cap, 10 billion minimum market cap, is they just would not move enough to get in and out, and I just didn't have the time. So I was looking for faster moving. So that's why I'm thinking that everything's about to change and we can get the faster moving stocks on it's cheaper. They're not momentum. I mean, obviously they move fast on momentum. We can only go long. They're hard to borrow. I mean, you guys are doing your studying. But that's what I'm looking for as the future goes on here next year. I think it could just be incredible if Trump doesn't do something that destroys the entire economy or something, but I don't know. We'll see. The biggest problem we have with him is nobody can trust anything. You can't trust anything. You don't know what he's going to say next. That is a problem. I do think the best way to handle that is to do what we're doing, which is your in and out short term. But no, I'm not convinced that the market's going to keep going up under his tutelage at all. And the other problem is that these weird, statements he makes on social media and stuff that can really affect, any kind of position in a split second, which has happened to all of us here, that we get hurt by stuff. We've also taken advantage of it. Okay, I'm going to go in. I got it kind of close there. Wow, 05. Had that off. Let's wait for a bigger retracement up. Let's get back to where we were in the 40-cent range. Let's get it up there. It's going to go back up. Just hang on a second. There we go. That was enough. So, oh God, did it ever get? Should have been $10 more at least. Should have waited a second longer. Went back to the old style trading. But now we're definitely much greener for the day. Let's see if we can get this stock green in a second. 29. It held 29 again there, firmly, but it's pounding there. So this is like 29.85. 28.61 way down there. Oh, that's 28.85. Yeah. So yeah, that even dollar is holding this from continuing to go down. How long that will work, I don't know. Look at the bigger picture. Keeps making higher highs. This is on the way up. Continuing from that swell, this is continuing to go up. So we want to get a dip down here the best we can. That might have been it. We might have wanted to go in there because now it seems to be, well, if it goes down there again, I will take the dip at 29 even. There's 29.10, 13.08. Man, it goes so fast. You can get out of position. So look at that. 40 cents up, a split second. You want to see it going down if you're going to push market, because it can jump your way when it slips. Thinking about getting in a little bit above 29 because it's continually giving opportunities to make a good trade above it. I'll take it. What did I get it at? 25? Okay, so it's way above, but I'm thinking it's swelling up, not down. So going for the bigger move. And, of course, it drops below the 29 as soon as I did that. As soon as I did that, it decided to punish us. The 97. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go in there. So now I'm at 19. I feel way better about that position on the swale up. Remember, I am going long now. So that was already a winning trade, but it wasn't as much as I'd like to get out of this move. Let's let it get way up there. So again, it took $10 from me, but we're almost green on this stock. Looking to buy again on a dip down here, guys. I want it to go a little lower this time. It did go all the way down to the 28.78. I mean, it did go down further, so I'd rather get a better dip this time. I'm not using the bid and the ask because they're just not picking up, and I don't have time. I've got to get in and out of these quickly and get us some money. So hopefully you can keep up. Let's go down. It's very exciting, I know. So 86, 96. When you're playing with real money, it can get pretty exciting. 96 again. It didn't really hit 96 on the market. But I'm looking at the bid a lot when I'm going to buy, and I look at the ask a lot when I'm going to sell. So I can't break that when I'm on market. It's like, don't look at those because you're not going to get those prices. You know, you got to look at the market maker right here. And it does seem to be stopping there at that level. Already had a trade right there. That was a trade, and I didn't get it. Yep, it's really channeling right here between that historical data and the 29 even amount. Getting ready to get in again, maybe not at the best position, and then manage a bad trade for a minute, waiting for the recovery to go up. I do believe it's about to go up again, you know, like a bigger move up. So I'm going to go ahead and get in there. When I get at 13, good, because it showed 17 when it actually initiated, so that gave me a better trade. I think I will try to sell the ask this time. So I'm at 13. So let's let this get back up into the. Let's see if we can get that green on this trade. Gotta wait a minute now. There it is. You're gonna pick me up. We're $9 even on this stock. It kept going, but I just wanted to see that green. So now I know we have made it. We have made it. For the day, Charlie, right? I think we're a little shy of 150. This was Marvel. Was it Marvel? Yeah, so we got 137. So do you have? Oh, you have over 150. Awesome. 170. She traded better than I. I think it's meaning that you didn't take one of those losses, right? I think that's what it was. Good. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining in. I hope you learned something there. Thanks for everybody else that's watching. Have a good Friday. I will be back next week. Remember, be careful and go green out there, guys. Thanks for watching.